Welcome to this QuickBooks Online tutorial for beginners on how to make deposits from undeposited funds. Okay, so this feature in QuickBooks Online confuses people quite a bit on, when money goes to undeposited funds, how you use that account, why you have that account. So first, let me explain what undeposited funds is. QuickBooks has this feature, undeposited funds, and the reason they have that is the thinking is, okay, you're going to receive payments from customers maybe throughout the week or over a couple days. And if you show those as deposited in your checking account in QuickBooks, but you haven't physically taken them to the bank, you're going to overstate how much money you have in your checking account. And of course, we all get busy owning a business or working in a business. And, if you forget to take that money to the bank, and then you think you've got more in your checking account than you do, you may overspend, you may bounce checks, okay, and that would not be good. Okay, so there's this feature called undeposited funds, and when you receive payments from customers, you can put it to this account, undeposited funds, but then when you physically go to the bank, you have to move that money in QuickBooks from undeposited funds to your checking account. So I want to walk through an example of that, how that works, and a best practice of how you want to do this, okay? All right, so the first thing we want to do, I want to go here and I want to receive a payment. All right, so you're going to go in here, and this is a check or something that you got in the mail, and a customer paid you, and we're going to say it's Amy's Bird Sanctuary. All right, and she has this invoice that the open balance is $239. All right, so let's say we choose our payment method, got a check, we put in the check number 8547, and then you have this option. If you are taking your money straight to the bank, let's say, you can, or if it was an ACH payment or electronic payment, you can put it directly to your checking account. All right, if you do this and you put in the amount, let's say it was $239, shows the total, you can save this and it'll put it directly into the checking account in QuickBooks. All right, so if you receive electronic payments, it's not a check, you can put it directly to your checking. Now, in this example, we're going to assume that we got a check in the mail, all right, and we're not going to go to the bank until later in the week, all right, so we're going to say undeposited funds. All right, so $239, she paid off Amy's Bird Sanctuary, they paid off their open balance at $239, we're putting it to undeposited funds. All right, so I'm going to go down here and hit save and close. All right. So we get to the end of the week, we've gotten these payments from customers throughout the week, and we need to go to the bank. And so what you're going to do is hit the plus sign here, and you're going to see this bank deposit option. All right, so we're going to click on that. All right, so you're going to see here the undeposited funds amounts. All right, so QuickBooks will record undeposited funds right here. All right, so you see Amy's Bird Sanctuary, $239, and then we've got these other ones from Cool Cars and Freeman Sporting Goods. All right, so first of all, you're going to choose the account. So we're going to go and take this to the checking account, and you're going to put in the appropriate date. Okay, now what I have seen many people do is they will just clear out everything that's in the undeposited funds account. All right, now what you want to make sure that you do to make your bank reconciliations much easier is you want to make sure that these deposits from undeposited funds to your checking account in QuickBooks match the physical deposit you're taking to the bank. All right, so let's say for some reason we are only taking Cool Cars to the bank for a deposit. All right, if that is the case, then you only want to check off Cool Cars. You want to make out your bank deposit slip if you're physically taking a deposit to the bank for $1675.52. All right. So as an example, if you just took this deposit, $1675.52, and you said, you know what, I'm going to clear all these out of there because I'll be taking them by, early next week. So in this case, $2301.52 would show up as your deposit in QuickBooks, but the deposit on the bank statement at the end of the month is only going to be $1675.52. All right, so you're going to have a really hard time reconciling your bank statement in QuickBooks at the end of the month when you get your bank statement, because deposit in QuickBooks will show $2301.52, deposit on the checking account statement will show $1675.52. All right. So again, you want to make sure that the deposit you make in QuickBooks right here from undeposited funds to your checking account matches the physical deposit you're making at the bank. All right. So in this case, if it was $1675.52, that's what we would do, is make that deposit for that. Just clear this one out. We'd hit save and new and then do the next one. All right. But if you're taking all of these to the bank at the end of the week, okay, you're going to say my deposit slip is 2301.52, or if you're, making a deposit, at an ATM, you want to make it 2301.52. Now, if you are making deposits from your phone, for example, what I would do is typically, and I think in some banking apps you can only deposit one check at a time, is I would just do one at a time. All right, so this first one's $239. Save and new. Next one's going to be Cool Cars, $1675.52, save and new. And then the next one, Freeman Sporting Goods, $387. All right. So again, you just want to make sure that the deposits you make in QuickBooks from undeposited funds to your checking account match the deposits that you're actually taking to the bank. Okay. All right. So we're going to check these off. And if you have some other deposits that are not from customers, let's say maybe you got a refund of something, whatever the case may be, you can add funds to the deposit. But again, the total deposit amount you want to match what you take to the bank. All right, so here what we're going to do, we're going to hit save and close. Make sure I click that there. Okay, and there we go. All right, so bank deposit 2301.52 is saved and you are good to go. All right, any questions whatsoever, any comments, feel free to leave below this video. Also check out the QuickBooks University. Would love to have you join us as a member. All right, as a member, you purchase the training tutorials and I answer your personal QuickBooks questions. Head over there now, qbuniversity.org.